UFC middleweight champion Israel Adesanya. Born of Lagos, Nigeria. Forged in Auckland, New Zealand.
Something's in the air, and it rises up. In the ether, gives you shivers.
And inspired by forces beyond the physical world, is yet to taste defeat at 185 pounds.
This man is so sensational. He is the most sophisticated and the most complex striker that I've ever seen inside the octagon.
I know the power that I have within me.
Like lightning and thunder, the violence and wonder. Power is like a prayer.
And I know when I show off and I have fun, no one can with me.
There's something in the air.
Israel Adesanya is the undisputed king of the middleweights.
An emerging icon of the sport, the last style bender has dazzled the masses.
The crowd totally engaged here.
It's such a treat to watch him perform.
And bewildered the opposition.
He keeps his opponents guessing the whole time. They don't know what he's going to attack with.
Now defeating former adversaries for a second time.
He's been in every four with them, and he's beaten them. 2 head-to-head wins over Marvin Vettori and Robert Whittaker.
Once again, Israel Adesanya defends his title.
In the absence of new challenges.
He is the best in this weight class.
Who wants to get this next ass kicking? Because he's cleared out his division.
But a worthy contender has emerged from the Valley of the Sun. Like Adesanya, Jared Cannonier harnesses spiritual energy from within to unleash fury on his foes.
Know that you never met her. Savage looking for a header. Know that you gotta be better.
My style alone exploits all the weaknesses that we have as fighters.
Jared Cannonier is just a wrecking ball.
July 2nd, I will defeat Adesanya
He has concussive ground and pound. And that's it!
by doing maximum damage.
Oh my goodness, Cannonier hits hard. Cannonier elbows.
Big right from the killer gorilla.
That's it.
And being precise.
Jared Cannonier! There's your statement made!
I get the shot next. It's me. Nobody else. Me.
New blood, I like that.
That's 2 bad boys in there, man.
I am the king,
These dudes ain't afraid of nothing.
and I'm gonna remind him who I am.
I'm the big dog in this yard. I'm the champ. You want it? Come get it.
The middleweight championship fight tops a stacked card that will feature a trilogy in the co-main event.
And they run it back once again.
As featherweight king Alexander Volkanovski
He has 0 quit in him and all win. All he wants to do is seek and destroy.
squares off with former champ Max Holloway for a third time.
Max Holloway fights with so much pressure that if you are not well prepared, he is going to overwhelm you.
To gain closure on a pair of closely contested title bouts.
That was a close fight.
Max Holloway certainly put in a great performance tonight.
Max has to fight him a third time.
We have got a trilogy to complete, ball man.
Too good, and still by me.
Plus, rising star Sean O'Malley
The Sugar Show! Diamond in color!
returns with his patented flash.
Oh my goodness.
And an uppercut now in a big way. Sugar Sean O'Malley in round 1.
He's got all the talent in the world.
As he takes on hard-charging contender Pedro Munoz.
Angel Munoz! That's it! Let's go, Tony Sabrin!
He's insanely durable.
Oh! Massive land from Munoz!
Pedro got some serious power.
Oh, another drop!
But before the summer blockbuster kicks off in Las Vegas, first, get ready
And kill Dreadlock. Back corner.
for UFC 276.
There's something in the air.
Countdown. The Last Frontier is an unconventional starting point for pathways to a UFC title shot. But for Jared Cannonier, that is precisely where our story begins.
My My primary profession in Alaska was an air traffic control equipment repair. I worked for the FAA for 8 years.
Jared, the killer gorilla cannoneer.
At the same time, I was building my career as a mixed martial artist. Until I came to the point to where I could make more money fighting than I could working for the FAA.
Fighting out of Anchorage, Alaska, here is Jared Cannonier.
Alaska's a tough place, and they breed some tough people.
I started my career off at heavyweight. I'm not a natural heavyweight, as anybody can see.
See, he can pull off moves that other heavyweights simply can't.
Oh! Huge left hand for Cannonier, the killer gorilla!
I had to do some work to get the weight off, and I did.
This is his light heavyweight debut.
Began fighting at 205.
Cannonier's a big dude, but he has excellent hand speed, good combinations. Man, he is sharp.
And I planned on staying there, you know.
The power was vicious, and now Rorik in huge trouble.
But I made the move down here to the MMA lab.
Cannonier's descent from heavyweight would continue all the way to 185 pounds. After he relocated to the deserts of Arizona.
Hey, let's start on a single leg and work a little bit. Work on all your defenses as you get there.
For elite-level training at John Crouch's MMA lab in Phoenix.
Jared's success is attributable to a really boring thing, and that's just hard work. Make sure we get around the corner on that single a little bit. Now, you can use that, or you can use your hook inside. Yep. Sit back, kick him all the way over. Follow him all the way over, Jay. Yep. Right there. Perfect. Sounds like a cliche, but with him, it's just true. You're going to always see him in the gym. He's always trying to get better. Just got to get that head up a little bit. When you slide that head, it's got to come up. And it's just helped him grow through the years.
Going from light heavyweight to middleweight was just from training, learning how to be more efficient, learning how to be consistent.
Attendez, imaginez qu'investir seulement 100 € lors de l'entrée en bourse d'Apple ou de Microsoft vous aurait rapporté aujourd'hui 500 000 € sur votre compte en banque. Vous dites sûrement que ce genre d'occasion, ça n'arrive qu'une seule fois dans une vie. C'est pas totalement vrai, parce qu'un tout nouveau projet arrive sur le marché.
And it's showing through in my career.
Well, the killer gorilla Jared Cannonier has already lost the t-shirt. He wants to show off the new frame at 184.8 pounds.
This is a guy that had knockouts at heavyweight. He won fights at 205, and now down at 185.
Oh! Knockdown for Cannonier!
He looks as though he's finally found the perfect weight class for him.
Jared Cannonier has done it! With his confidence at an all-time high, big opportunity against former UFC middleweight champion, future Hall of Famer Anderson Silva.
Oh, you got him again.
Herb Dean stops the fight.
Jared's just a much better fighter today.
Jared's a unique guy because he's had knockouts at all 3 weight divisions, which puts him in elite class.
Oh, that was a good uppercut.
He had powers at heavyweight,
Hermansson looked like he's hurt here.
powers at 205, and now I think he's in his true weight division at 85.
Oh! That's it! A middleweight on the rise is Jared Cannonier.
Jared Cannonier at 185 is just a wrecking ball.
Oh! Knockdown from Cannonier, now a head kick.
You have got a new contender for real at 185.
The killer gorilla.
With 4 impressive wins and 5 middleweight outings, Cannonier would find himself on the cusp of a title shot.
Being close enough is not going to be good enough for Jared Cannonier.
He just needed to get past a surging vet in Derek Brunson.
Derek Brunson, as many of you know, has been unstoppable over his last 5 fights, but putting a stop to such a streak happens to be a specialty of his opponent, the killer gorilla Jared Cannonier. And tonight, brewing with confidence, he's looking to proclaim himself the next title challenger. Immediate shot here from Derek Brunson, and that's a good early sign for Jared Cannonier.
Here we go. Cannonier getting a bit of respect now. That's a good right hand.
Nice connection by Cannonier, who can also lean on the heart of a lion if need be.
He hurt bad.
Brunson on some seriously wobbly legs now. Oh my goodness. Body kick from Cannonier. Feels like the beginning of the end.
This is it.
Oh, the elbow. Follow comes in. Jared Cannonier. There's your statement made. The killer gorilla with the family in the building. Mission accomplished.
Hey, Dana!
Dana, look at me. Hey, I want that shot next. I get the shot next. It's me. Nobody else. Me. Okay? All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Killer Gorilla.
That is how you stake your claim. Knocks out a top contender, demands a title fight from the boss man. You never know what's going to happen, but still, for my money, that's the next man in line.
Immediately following Cannonier's crowning achievement at 185 pounds,
Star power. Here is the undisputed UFC middleweight champion Israel Adesanya. A perfect 21-0 at 185 pounds.
the division's champion would go to work.
Oh, big right!
He's the best striker that we've ever seen in the UFC. He's so sophisticated in his attack. He keeps his opponents guessing at all times.
Oh! Israel Adesanya is the undisputed king of the middleweights!
He just does things that other people just don't do inside the octagon.
Here we go, folks. UFC middleweight championship on the line. Israel Adesanya against the former champion Robert Whittaker. Oh! Early knockdown for the champion.
Nice low kick. That was heavy. I mean, the speed of that left kick was ridiculous. Look at that.
He is eating that leg up, man.
Oh, that's a good job.
Both guys landed big shots there.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
Takedown for Whittaker. Nicely defended by Adesanya.
Israel Adesanya would extend his undefeated middleweight run
The moment he gets back to his feet, he goes right back to work.
with a second victory over former champion Robert Whittaker,
Adesanya's doing a masterful job of putting him back in front of him.
lapping his division and solidifying his dominant reign.
Incredible. 22-0 as a middleweight, and now you talk about two head-to-head wins over Robert Whittaker. He is closing the gap on the consensus greatest middleweight of all time, Anderson Silva.
The self-made king never forgets his humble beginnings.
Briefly, where I grew up was Lagos, Nigeria. I moved to New Zealand in 2001, and I had to deal with, bullying. Through that, I got hardened up. I built resilience. But, you get to that age, like 18, like, what do I want to do with my life? Fighting just chose me, and I'm glad it chose me because look where I am. This is my pride lands. That's why I bought this place, just so I could have my own oasis. I want trees, long driveway, and then pull up to the statement house. Boom. This is all part of everything I've thought about when I make it. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna buy my mom this, buy my dad that. I've even looked after my siblings, so they're not gonna struggle. I've paved the way for them.
Bonjour. Emmanuel Macron l'a annoncé. Si vous possédez un PEA, un compte titre ou un compte en bourse,
So let's start with our full sequence team and action.
Don't make me bring the fruity out.
Fame, but I like the perks. That's what I've always said.
Action, Israel. Get the out of here. Yeah, bro. Cutting there.
I beat people up for truckloads of money.
Here comes, and action.
And I'm very dominant.
Don't ever stress a king out.
One of the most dominant champions in the sport's history. And I like being dominant, but I needed something else. Something new to kind of get me freshed up. So Jared is my next victim.
Following a pair of rematches, Adesanya now has the fresh challenge he craves. And a date with powerful contender Jared Cannonier.
Big shots by Cannonier, dangerous.
Is now set for July 2nd in Las Vegas.
Jared is a fighter. I've called him the dark horse of the division for a long time. He came down from heavyweight to light heavyweight, now to middleweight, so he has a lot of power in his hands.
Oh! He's got some bombs in his hands.
He's taken out a lot of people with it. but a lot of people ain't me.
If you are forced to stand and strike with this guy, you're in trouble. It does not matter who you are.
The big dog in the yard now, and I know the other dog, Jared Cannonier, did some work tonight, so watch me.
Styles make fights, and I'm the last style bender, so when I fight him, it's not gonna go the distance. He's gonna get choked out or knocked out.
UFC middleweight title challenger Jared Cannonier is 5 years removed from his permanent relocation from Alaska to Arizona, where training camp and family now go hand in hand.
My family is very important to me. I have 3 children. Ava, who's 12, Iris is 9, and Ann is 6. We spend all of our time together. I want them to be close by and see how I do, see what I'm talking about when I tell them things. A lot of guys, they travel when they have camps. You know, they may not have a major camp in their hometown. And I guess they're not willing to just up and move everything and relocate to where the gym is. But I already knew if I come here full-time, dedicate myself to this gym, I could be a world champion.
Drawn to Phoenix by the MMA Lab, Cannonier now has this opportunity on the biggest fight card of the year to become John Crouch's second UFC champion.
Start in space first. Whatever you drill at this speed is what you're gonna do at full speed. Keep that pace up. Let's go right away. Let's be working.
Watching Jared achieve his goals, fight for a UFC championship, is very rewarding. And what a great test.
Israel Adesanya is the undisputed king of the middleweights.
This is not looking good for Paulo Costa. He's getting picked apart here.
Oh, that's it. Quick night at the office for the champion, Israel Adesanya.
Israel's a great champion. He's got a great camp behind him. And we're gonna try to take him some places that he's not comfortable.
1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Jared's got a lot of athletic ability and a lot of power himself. So it's time to take the test, pass the test, and become UFC champion.
We're aware that this guy's tall, he's long, he has very good footwork. He's an excellent striker. He can hurt you.
All the stuff that Izzy's been doing is starting to pile on, and Marvin is fatiguing.
Israel Adesanya keeps the middleweight championship and once again shows he is the best in this weight class.
But he's human. When it comes fight night, that's all he's gonna be.
Get some comebacks against the cage as well. Let's go.
You won't see me frozen in front of him or enamored by him. I'm gonna be analyzing the whole time, and as soon as I start dancing, you know I got you. I know I got you.
All right, guys, time.
And new UFC middleweight champion of the world.
Let's go, family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Family.
While Cannonier represents the MMA Lab, middleweight champion Israel Adesanya represents City Kickboxing, an oceanic super camp with an ever-growing crop of UFC staples.
Try a leaping left hook or step over right hand as well.
Such as lightweight Dan Hooker, flyweight Kai Kara France, and even some who will be joining Adesanya at UFC 276. Like lightweight Brad Riddell.
Walk in.
And featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski.
Doesn't have to be kick. go boom, 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 what? They pull their book.
This camp is a very special camp.
When you get used to this, back the person up, because that's the real art of it. And then turn them, and then knee them.
So many guys have fights at the moment, big fights.
We are going to grab some mitts now, mitts.
And they're all going to be peaking at relatively the same time.
That's it. That was the one.
This energy I haven't felt since before COVID.
The synergy of the gym, just having fights and farming together, I can feel it. It's palpable. And I'm holding myself to a different standard for this fight.
Look at the confidence. He doesn't let these moments get to him. He knows how to have the crowd in his hands.
Wow, what a fight.
I've had the back and forth fight with Kelvin Gastelum.
Both of these gentlemen are putting it on the line.
Oh!
Adesanya is showing championship heart right now.
He's constantly learning and adding to his arsenal. He aims and fires. He doesn't just spray.
I've had the finessing of Paulo Costa and just finish him without getting hit once.
This is not looking good for Paulo Costa. He's getting picked apart. Man, is he looking really sharp here? Too easy. He's too good. Wow.
I've had the chess match with Anderson Silva.
Adesanya trying to get a beat on his opponent here.
Adesanya is now starting to get that read. You usually see Spider Anderson Silva doing that to people. Now we're seeing Adesanya give him a taste of his own medicine with the showmanship.
What a striking match turned in by Israel Adesanya.
So I want to do something spectacular in this fight. You're going to see me at my best.
On July 2nd, Jared Cannonier will stand before the 185-pound king in Las Vegas.
One of the greatest title fights you will see
if he can do to Adesanya what all 20 middleweights before him could not.
Fastest man in the world, baby.
Le trading et la bourse vous intéressent, alors je vous invite à une demi-journée en salle des marchés, ici à Genève, pendant laquelle vous pourrez...
Oh, Cannonier is so powerful.
I don't care who he's fought.
Things seem to be aligning perfectly for Jared Cannonier. And he's here to do some serious damage.
All of his accomplishments, the fact that he's a champion, all the goes away when the ref says go.
Feels like the beginning of the end. This is it. Jared Cannonier! There's your statement made!
You're just a husk, a shell.
You have got a new contender for real.
A flesh bag for me to beat the on.
I'm the champion. Let's go.
He believes in his skill sets, he believes in his training, and he's proven it time and time again that he's got it. I mean, this guy's special.
I know what I can do to Jared. Just stay tuned.
I'm so excited.
Fight.
The co-main event of UFC 276 will feature the greatest fighter to ever hail from Australia. And featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski is preparing as always with the team that shaped him.
First I ever walked into a gym was a freestyle fighting gym. And I'm still there today. We're obviously doing a great job over here, but you train with the same people over and over, they figure you out and you figure them out. That's something that Joe's always been a part of as well, training with as many different bodies and styles as you can.
Before being landlocked by a pandemic, head coach Joe Lopez would regularly bring his students across the ditch to work with other top athletes. And after more than 2 years, Lopez is finally able to reignite a long-time partnership with City Kickboxing.
If you haven't noticed, Uncle Joe and Alex are back, so give them a hand. It's good to have them back to do a little bit of their training camp here, so we'll make sure we look after them.
Having him and Joe here, is something we used to enjoy pre-COVID. Not being able to get them over to New Zealand a bit more regularly has been sorely missed, so whenever they're here, they're welcome.
I'm from Freestyle Fighting Gym. They're from City Kickboxing, but we are one big team still. They've got a lot of fighters over there. Your Dan Hookers, your Brad Riddells. Even Izzy's a lot bigger than me, but I mean, to go out there and just pick his brain and, you know, watch him move and little things like that, you learn a lot.
Much of Volkanovski's success is attributed to the collaboration between Freestyle's Joe Lopez and City Kickboxing's Eugene Behrman.
Thanks, Huge.
Good, Uncle Joe. Good to have you.
A partnership that brought Volkanovski from Rugby League standout.
Representing Freestyle Fighting Gym and City Kickboxing, here is the upstart Alexander Volkanovski. Oh, huge crowd strikes from Volkanovski.
145-pound UFC contender.
One thing that is absolutely for sure is that Australia and this area of the world is churning out some amazing combat athletes.
Ooh.
Big punches raining down from Volkanovski.
Just a stifling, claustrophobic style of fighting.
Oh, Volkanovski just that his relentless best tonight. Alexander the Great.
Big right hand. Elkins is down.
Drop your right hand now, above.
Nicely right.
There goes Volkanovski with that right hand once again. Alexander Volkanovski letting the crowd have it. His teammate Israel Adesanya enjoying it from the front row.
Oh! Volkanovski tees off on him. Oh, he turned.
Oh, big elbow.
Body down. Ripping to the body, dropped him.
Mendes goes down. Alexander the Great has arrived.
We done it, brother.
Australia's Alexander Volkanovski has touched down in Rio, where his opponent, Jose Aldo, is the ultimate icon.
Oh, nice jab by Volkanovski.
Volkanovski is fighting a perfect fight right now.
One thing you knew about Alexander Volkanovski, he was not going to be intimidated by the atmosphere nor the opponent.
Team Volkanovski earned its title shot, but seizing featherweight gold would require them to defeat then-champion Max Holloway. A seemingly insurmountable task at the time.
Max Holloway has been dominating this division for years.
As Holloway entered his fourth title defense.
He got it!
When this man gets into a rhythm, it is unbelievably difficult to stop.
And look what he just did to the consensus greatest featherweight of all time.
Riding 14 consecutive featherweight wins.
Man, Max is relentless.
Just busting him up.
Oh my God, it's like a 10-punch combo from Max.
This is the best featherweight of all time.
So it all comes down to this. Max Holloway ready to take on the next challenger, Alexander Volkanovski.
Ooh, good right leg kick by Volkanovski.
Nice left hook by Volkanovski.
There's another good low kick.
The early leg kick numbers encouraging for Volkanovski. He adds to that total there.
They have studied Max Holloway's game very well.
Attribution!
Again, inside low kick.
Holloway able to double up on the jab there.
Oh, good combination by the champ.
Body, Alex! Show me the body!
And now he points those toes to the body. Volkanovski picking his spots beautifully here. Certainly a lot of credit to Joe Lopez, Eugene Behrman. Another right hand for Volko.
Oh, big uppercut by the champ.
Holloway starting to have some moments here, round 4. Big right. Holloway eats it like a champion.
Oh, good right hand by Volkanovski.
Holloway rips the body. One of the greatest featherweight runs of all time, in danger of coming to an end, but Holloway starting to find the range. Holloway with a late flurry. Alexander Volkanovski and Max Holloway golden in.
N'achetez pas un appartement pour le louer. Et voici pourquoi. Il faut chercher une bonne affaire, faire des...
Well, no doubt Holloway's future is in the UFC Hall of Fame, but the story tonight is Alexander Volkanovski. City Kickboxing has a second UFC champion, first Australian-born UFC champion, and by the way, 18 straight wins. The Volkanovski era is officially underway. Last December, UFC 245, Alexander Volkanovski became the featherweight champion, and he sort of felt like he was going to have to beat Max Holloway twice to begin the Volkanovski era. He'll try to complete that two-part series here tonight.
Max Holloway walks in here, and he believes he reclaims his title tonight.
The first fight, he's doing a lot of touching and moving. Fought a great game plan, you know.
Alexander Volkanovski trying to leave Fight Island the way he came as the undisputed UFC featherweight champion.
The second one, I was like, he's probably going to doing this touching thing.
Alex clipped him there.
Getting in, getting out, and he was, you know.
Oh, that was good. Oh, that's an amazing combination. Look at this, wow!
Holloway really diversifying the attack here tonight. Oh!
Man, he's down again.
I was able to clip him a couple times, you know, I did my job.
And Max Holloway certainly believes he has done enough to begin a second era as the UFC featherweight champion.
I thought I did enough. The world thought I did enough.
Maybe one round for Volkanovski.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Max.
But it doesn't matter.
Volkanovski makes good on the first title defense. Controversial it may have been.
All that matters is the 3 judges sitting octagon side, and they went the other way. You know, it stinged a little, but I'm still here. I'm still me, you know. I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna run this way. Straight. I'm going straight off the back cut. I'm just an average guy, you know, that just live stream video games. Get up! I'm into anime, I'm into cartoons, I'm into playing paintball, so you don't cry over spilled milk, you know, you mop it up and you move on. Hey, good bro. Yeah, good game. Yeah. Fuck, whoa.
Not even a pair of decision losses to Volkanovski could shake the affable nature of Hawaii's homegrown hero. But Max Holloway did not overcome the hardships of growing up in the rough neighborhoods of Oahu just to accept defeat.
All I knew was I just gotta keep fighting.
Let's go, 10 seconds.
Whatever number guy I have to, and they can't deny me.
5.
So here is the number 6 ranked featherweight contender, Calvin Kattar.
Technically, he's one of the most proficient boxers in the sport.
If Calvin Kattar can get past Max Holloway tonight, he puts himself right in the conversation.
Potentially 2 wins away from the ultimate goal.
I mean, there's going to be lots of confidence for Max Holloway, still feeling like he's the best featherweight in the world.
Holloway's hands look quick as hell.
Oh, that was a good right hand.
He attacks the body there.
Look at the distance Holloway covers with his combinations.
Oh, man.
Max Holloway looks as good as he's ever looked right now.
He's coming with a point to prove.
Count it up. Count it up. I'm the best boxer you see, baby.
Oh, the no-look right hand.
Oh, my goodness.
No fighter in UFC history has attempted as many strikes as Max Holloway has tonight, 631 and counting.
A complete dismantling of one of the top fighters in the world.
For Yair Rodriguez, it is tough to put together a highlight reel better than this guy. If he were to emerge victorious today, you'd say he's probably fighting for featherweight gold in his next outing.
If he can beat Max Holloway.
Oh! Blocks him with the right hand.
Big shots from Holloway.
Max is taking over.
Nice! And the thing is, if you're Volkanovski, looking at Max Holloway and thinking, he's not the same fighter I faced last time. This is a whole new problem.
A pair of electrifying wins over the division's hottest prospects placed Holloway firmly back in the title picture and made him the clear contender to the featherweight throne.
To be the best, you gotta beat the best, and the best is blessed. They can come after me, baby. Let's get it.
Oh, he stunned him.
One of the greatest featherweight runs of all time, in danger of coming to an end.
Volkanovski's fighting a beautiful fight. He does everything so well. He deserved to get his hand raised tonight.
Following back-to-back decision wins over former UFC featherweight champion Max Holloway.
We had 10 rounds. I wanted to finish him early. Of course, he won some rounds, so credit to him. Again, he done well, but I got the job done.
Reigning king Alexander Volkanovski would move on to new challengers.
Oh, man, beautiful combo there.
Knockdown for T City.
Oh, Gizzy! Oh, my goodness, it's tight!
The grip is breaking. Whoa! Are you kidding me right now? Champion medal from Volkanovski, one they'll be talking about for years to come.
But after a thrilling victory over Brian Ortega,
Zombie got cracked. Oh my goodness.
Big shot on the feet.
and a one-sided demolition of the Korean Zombie.
That'll do it! And still the best featherweight in the world.
Holloway has re-emerged as the next best 145-pound contender. And the former champ will enter his third bout against Volkanovski on July 2nd with newfound family support.
My wife is Alessa Holloway. She's a professional surfer. Our wedding was amazing. It was the first big wedding since Hawaii opened up. So we had 400 people there. Being there, seeing my family, my friends, is a blessing.
Kiss your wife.
It's match made in heaven, you know. Two pro athletes from the same town, making it. And she understands the things we gotta do for our work.
In addition to familial backing, Holloway is taking guidance from longtime strength and conditioning coach Darren Yap in order to right the wrongs of Holloway's first two battles with the champ.
Hey, you gotta touch your knee, boy, on the back.
Part of the whole growth process from Max is modifying his strength and conditioning, right? So trying to make sure his metabolic endurance is ready to go for this fight. Go tens and then quarters. Butt back and then send it through. Go. Keep the weight the same, but you gotta give me more depth. You got 3 seconds. Last one. You got it.
The key to defeating Volkanovski in his third one is nutrition. He's a dog, so the training is very different.
You got kettlebell swings, one arm.
Come July 2nd, I want to test that dog, and I want to finish.
Belly shuffle, 10 each. Snap the hips through, snap the hips through. 3 seconds.
I'm gonna touch him in his chin a bunch of times and remind him who Bless is.
Volkanovski's preparations for the trilogy with Holloway
Everyone's quiet today. Everyone's too chill. Getting a bit camera shy.
are backed by an army of reunited comrades.
So when's everyone going over there anyway?
Thursday beforehand.
So the Thursday before.
Fly.
And the city kickboxing contingent
Cheers to like Alex doing his can.
will be well represented at UFC 276.
It's a family. We've got teammates that are on the same card as well. So to get that team camaraderie and that feel we're going to get fight week,
Yes, stand, let's go.
it's going to be incredible. So I'm looking forward to soaking all that energy up.
Volkanovski trained at City Kickboxing under Eugene Behrman.
When you have two guys fighting for the title, you have another top 15 fighter on the same card, that just creates a buzz. Separating him and Max is going to be small things like that.
Volkanovski is a tank of a man. He has incredible cardio, legitimate knockout power.
It is these 1%ers.
He does everything so well.
It's these little things that I do right that make me the complete fighter.
This kid's got a championship level mindset, man.
Make me look like I'm on another level.
Volkanovski's distance management is outstanding. Fast hands, fast feet.
Like I'm faster than these guys. Like I'm a step ahead.
He told him that he gets far more nervous for training sessions than fights because of everything his team puts him through.
This was hard work that made me who I am today, by doing a little bit more. I'm going out there to win every battle we're going to have in that fight.
He is keeping up and matching the pace of Max Holloway, something we have not seen people do very often.
That's the difference.
The difference between Volkanovski and Holloway has been razor thin over 10 rounds. But the Hawaiian legend and the champion from down under have this opportunity on July 2nd to prove who is truly king at 145 pounds.
That's what great champions are made of, the ones that lose the belt. Said, no, I'm going to come back, I'm going to beat him, I'm going to get my belt back.
I was in there with this guy for 10 rounds. But I'm gonna go out there July 2nd, look for the finish in every single possible way, and I'm gonna have the time of my life while doing it.
I'm gonna be a step ahead, I'm gonna prove that I'm a better man, and I'm gonna really put an end to this. So much on the line, legacy, championship belts. Both guys fighting like champions. A hard-nosed, scrappy Scouser who never stops coming forward. Molly Meatball McCann is made for big moments and ready to take on the world.
Phoenix, Arizona is the adopted home of 27-year-old UFC bantamweight Sean O'Malley, who not long ago was just an aspiring amateur from Montana, but is already enjoying a taste of the good life as his MMA dreams continue to unfold.
When I first moved down here, I was 19, never lived with anyone other than my parents, so bounced around from a couple of apartments, and I lived with Danny and her family. Careful. That was like her sister, her 5 brothers, her mom, in a 4-bedroom house. But I knew I was gonna have a house like this and, you know, eventually have a family and everything, but yeah, it's crazy how everything's worked out almost perfectly. Early on in my career, my first fights were back in Montana. I didn't plan on really getting to the UFC until I was 24, 25, to where my skill set was where I wanted it. But you can't pass up on opportunities. I fought in Arizona, had the spinning heel kick knockout over David Nuzzo.
How good is his kick? That is freaking brilliant.
And then I got asked to go on the Contender Series.
Sean O'Malley says he's good enough and marketable enough to be a household name.
Big right, O'Malley now trying to tee off. And that is it.
It's over, stay here.
O'Malley earned his UFC contract at just 22 years of age, and the promise he showed in the Contender Series translated to a vicious highlight reel in the octagon.
This dude oozes confidence. Look at that. Tremendous striking.
My style is so fun to watch.
This kid has that hit thing. Just mixes it up so well. Very creative.
Oh! Knock people out in spectacular fashion.
Is he living up to the hype? Yes.
The Sugar Show! Oh! The walk-off KO!
I feel like I'm meant to be world champion. I feel like I'm meant to be one of the best fighters in the sport.
Oh! Another highlight for the reel!
I just gotta stay on the right road.
He's touched it with everything he throws.
Never really cared too much about rankings.
Amazing.
But I guess if you look at me wanting to get a title shot, it makes sense.
He's got all the talent in the world.
Here's right!
Since being signed by the promotion, Sugar Sean has earned 7 spectacular wins and 8 UFC bouts.
Herb Dean might stop this fight on the feet. That is it!
Oh! Oh my God. Look at that combination. That's a wrap.
But he has yet to earn a victory over a member of the bantamweight top 10. So winning his next fight against perennial contender Pedro Munoz will be critical in O'Malley's quest for the belt.
I grew up South Brazil, São Paulo. I came into the United States in 2010. I want to pursue my dream over here and become a professional fighter. I knew that I was going to compete with the best fighters in the world. I want to be in the place that I can train with the best fighters. My last 7 fights, I just have been fighting the top 5, top 10 fighters of the world. So part of my job is to be ready, is to fight anyone.
Oh, you heard about that right hand.
Fought Cody Garbrandt, former bantamweight champion. I was able to bring the victory that night.
Cody's down! Pedro Munoz!
Aljamain Sterling, current bantamweight champion. We fought toe-to-toe.
Oh, he clipped him there. Oh, Aljamain's in trouble.
Frankie Addiger, former lightweight champion, fight of the night.
Big right from Munoz. What a war!
I fought one of the greatest, Jose Aldo.
Ooh!
That was nice by Pedro.
And Dominic Cruz, former bantamweight champion.
Massive land for Munoz!
That's the type of spirit that I carry with me. I'm a warrior. And now I'm fighting Sean O'Malley.
We are going to see a better version of Sean O'Malley.
Lá, Pedrinho, pancada, pancada lá.
Sean O'Malley said he is going to be a world champion.
With O'Malley, the hype that he had behind him, I've been around these sports for many, many times. I see many people like him raising up fast and falling down quick too. It's not the hype that makes you win the fight, it's how big your heart is. And if I see that you break mentally or physically, then you're gonna have to pay for it.
On July 2nd, the Octagon plays host to the intriguing matchup between O'Malley and Munoz, as the rising star with 11 knockouts faces the top 10 standout who has never been finished.
Oh, man! I'm excited to test my skills against Pedro. Oh! He's gonna be the toughest dude I fought. But I have really good timing and really good speed, and those two equal power. He gets to pick. Do you want to get knocked out or do you want to get submitted?
Oh! It's time to buy stock in Sugar Sean O'Malley.
I'm stronger and more durable than he is.
The young Punisher.
I'm gonna stop him.
Oh, that's it!
And bring the victory.
The bantamweight clash sets the stage for a trilogy between featherweight king Alexander Volkanovski.
The best featherweight in the world, 21 in a row.
And former champ Max Holloway.
Man, Max is relentless.
He does not let you take breaks.
All before Israel Adesanya puts his middleweight belt on the line.
He's too good. Wow. The best middleweight on planet Earth.
Against Jared Cannonier.
Jared Cannonier! There's your statement made!
For the UFC's International Fight Week Showcase in Las Vegas.